Hey guys, what's up? It's Steph, the Limitless Babe. Um, as promised, I wanted to come on here really quick and just talk to you guys about what happened yesterday and my experience with um, the first time being in a lockdown for a shooting situation. So, again, as a lot of you guys know, in New Jersey at the American Dream Mall yesterday, there was a shooting situation. Well, in the parking lot. Um, I didn't see the actual event happen, but from what I understand, um, someone was shot in parking lot C and came in. Obviously, that caused a panic and everything went into lockdown. Now, so many feelings wrapped around this, and let me just kind of give you guys first the breakdown of what happened as far as like what we as patrons of the mall experienced, and then I'll go into my feelings about everything. So, what happened? My daughter and I, and it's so funny because I happened to, on a whim, decide, you know what, like, we don't have any plans at this particular moment, and we live very close to the American Dream, and I have a membership to the aquarium. So I said, you know what, like, it's rainy out. We can't go to the park. Let's just go to the aquarium for like 30, 40 minutes before they close, because they close I think at like 6:30. So by the time we got there, it was probably around 5:50, which is when all of this happened, right? But we got there. I parked in parking lot A. Now there's going to be something to this story later about that. So just remember that. So I parked in parking lot A and we went into the aquarium, and within about, I don't even know, within a few minutes of being there, um, all of a sudden, a woman that worked there was walking through, and she was very calm but very authoritative, and just said, "We're having a security issue. I'm going to need everyone to follow me." And so, there wasn't that many people there. I mean, again, the aquarium closes at 6:30, so at this point, there was maybe just like, I'm trying to think how many of us were there. There was 10 of us there. So she grabbed all 10 of us and led us into this back room inside the aquarium. And once we were there, it's so funny because as it was happening, the way that she was grabbing us and speaking and pulling us into this private room, I had the impression at first that, oh, well, I guess maybe someone shoplifted in the mall and they traced it here and they're trying to see, whatever. That's where my brain initially went. But as soon as we got in there, the room had a bunch of the aquarium employees in there. And I thought that was odd. And then when the head ended up, oh, I have to actually grab her card. I have it here somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, let me grab it really quick. Camille De Pasquale. She was phenomenal. I'm going to get to that later. But as soon as we got in, she started announcing that there was a security issue in the mall, and for everyone's safety, they have began lockdown procedures. And they made sure to let us know that in the area that we were in, we were secure, that no one could come in from to the area that we were particularly in, and not just the room, but the actual like section. So that felt good to know. She was very calm. What else? At that point, though, when she said that, my brain did click into, okay, like, shooter situation, especially given the history in the last decade and the news. And I feel like we hear these stories more often than we'd like. So at that moment, like, I wouldn't say I wasn't panicked. As much as I was in my head thinking, oh God, this is what's happening, it was interesting that I wasn't panicked. And I think that had a great deal to do with how calm she was, as well as all the other employees, and how it just seemed that they handled everything so quickly. And there wasn't the opportunity for chaos or panic. It's not like we heard chaos and then started running. It seems like as soon as whatever happened outside of where we were happened, the entire mall just went into protocol. And I value and appreciate that, especially again, given that this is something that unfortunately is going on way more than it should. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so sad that this is something that happens enough that a protocol is necessary. But, we can't change whatever is going on in the state of the world. Well, we can. Actually, let me correct myself. We can, but it starts with us, and then we impress that on one another, and the world can become a better place. But not everyone is open to that. And it takes time, and it takes dedication on each one of our parts. But moving back into the story, so I also like the fact that immediately there were, I'm trying to think, we had 3 toddlers and then one little girl. I think she was like 7. And then the rest of us were all adults. But me and my daughter were the first ones in the room. And immediately, Camille, what is her role? The cluster general manager of New Jersey Sea Life. She, again, phenomenal, just really on top of her game. She immediately pulled out some toys and things for my daughter to play with to keep her engaged and entertained and calm, which I really appreciated. And then as the other kids came in, she kept bringing things out, and they had a lot of stuff to play with. And I got to say, the kids were really entertained and occupied, and not once did any of them ask, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, they were never nervous. And I think that can be credited very much to, yes, us as the parents, but even beyond that, primarily to Camille de Pascal and her staff. They were phenomenal. Like, again, just very prepared for this. And I don't even know that they necessarily had a training on this. I mean, there was one girl that did make a mention to her coworker that, wow, like this would happen on my second day in my second week. And I did feel bad for her. But she was also, even though she made that subtle comment that I did hear, she still was calm. And even though there were employees that appeared to be on the younger side, they carried themselves very maturely, and I appreciated that. And, just in general, I appreciated all the calm. So I did not know for sure what was happening at first. And like I said, my initial thought when we were all brought into the room until we were going into lockdown was that there was some type of a shooter situation. But then they made an announcement on the loudspeaker saying something about fire, this or that. So I assumed, oh, okay, cool. Like, not that a fire is great, but it's a little less scary and triggering and jarring than a shooting situation. So that's where I thought, okay, and I don't remember exactly what he said, but it's something to do with fire. So I assumed, oh, okay, like I guess that's what that is. Like, it's okay. But just in case, I was trying to Google what was going on and I couldn't find anything. So I reached out to my brother and his girlfriend. And I said, hey, like, can you guys do me a favor and check the news, the radio, see what's going on at the American Dream? Because, like, we're in lockdown right now and I don't know what's happening. So immediately my brother's girlfriend, she's like the real MVP. She found out that there had been the shooting and she sent me the article. And so, like, I was very aware that, the staff had gone to such great lengths to not say what happened and to keep everyone calm. So I was not about to just blurt out, oh, this is what's happening. Like, no, like, let's respect the calm. I did at one point, like later on, calmly pass my phone to one of the other moms just so that she could read it, and then just kind of made like a little gesture like, but like, let's not say anything. And it was very cool how our little community, we all were just so in sync and so respectful and so cooperative with each other. And it was just really nice that then, like, she told her sister, I'm assuming it was her sister or sister-in-law. And, like, we all just kind of, like, as the adults, like, we're able to, like, make it clear, like, quietly what was happening without panicking the kids, and while also still remaining very calm. Um, I also want to point out that, well, actually, no, I'm going to get to all my feelings about everything later on. But finishing with all the actual factual details, we were officially in lockdown from about 6 p.m. or just before 6 p.m. until about 9:30. So 3.5 hours. It's a long time, especially for toddlers and toddlers who their bedtime has already passed. And I was just so impressed with how the little ones like just kept their cool and like stuck it out. And yeah, like the two youngest, mine and the other little boy, they started to get a little cranky in that last like 30 minutes to an hour. Because imagine, they were tired, and oh, my little one just woke up. Okay, so Tootsie Pop woke up, and that's okay because I don't plan this to be very long. I'm hoping she cooperates with me. But really quick, so again, like, I think it's a fear of a lot of people's to have that experience, but I think more so when you're a parent and you're there with your kids, because then you're not only worried about yourself, but you're in this protective, like, just super protective mode. So, you know, there was a lot of potential for very negative feelings to happen. And I'm just wanting to pop on and let you guys know that in life, we have choices. And yes, I have to credit a lot of my choice to the incredible staff at Sea Life at the American Dream, because they just did such a great job at keeping us all calm. But I also have to credit myself and the fact that, again, like, I get to make a choice on how I view things. Am I going to look at this at like, oh my gosh, just my luck, like this would happen to me? Or am I going to do what I did, which is I was able to observe the situation calmly and say, okay, this is the position that we are in. But thank God, and you guys know my belief on this. Like, if you don't believe in God, that's fine. If you want to call it universe, source, whatever higher power you believe in, like, thank that power. In my case, that's God. Thank God that a few different things happened. One, that we were in the aquarium section and I felt very safe. You okay? She just woke up from a nap and she's, still working her way to awake. So, like, thank God that in a moment of fear, I was actually in a position of feeling very safe. We were in a physical position as well as an emotional position of feeling safe. Also, I was able to realize as I was researching what was going on, okay, this happened in parking lot C. Now, an interesting thing to know, anytime I go to the American Dream Mall, I always park in parking lot C. It's the only parking lot that I know where I am when I go inside. And yet, for some reason, yesterday, as I was pulling up, I decided, you know what? Let's try a different parking lot. Let's try this one. And I pulled into parking lot A. And again, based on like the timetable, I have to assume it was roughly around the exact same time that my daughter and I got there. So the fact that my intuition, which is a gift from my higher power, led me to say, let me do this instead. You can't tell me that we're not protected. You can't tell me that that wasn't divine intervention, because out of every single time that I have been to this mall, I have always parked in the same parking lot. And this is the one time that I don't do it, And this is the one time that there is a very serious incident happening in the place that I usually go. I mean, you just can't tell me. So I can't help but sit here in this space of gratitude and think, wow, like, how can I fear anything in life? Because this is just proof that God has a plan and he is looking out for you. And not to say that if something bad happens for you, he's not looking out for you. Of course he is, but there's always a plan. Even when bad things happen, there's a plan, and you never know what your role in that plan is and how that's going to impact someone else's life. But in that particular moment, God knew, okay, like, you're going to be safe, you're going to be protected. And that just was such a breath of relief for me. For many reasons, but even beyond, like, I actually had a conversation with an incredible soul this week about fear and anxiety. And, she brought up these great points about how, yes, exactly what I felt yesterday is exactly what we talked about how you are divinely protected, you are divinely guided, and all of your steps are protected. You just have to listen, and you just have to listen to that inner knowing. Oh, let's shut the monitor off, baby. Actually, you're playing with it. That's fine. I don't care about the noise. It's okay. It was just a really incredible realization when that clicked. And again, just going on and on about the staff, Camille de Pascal, like, girl, if you're watching this, like, thank you for doing such an amazing job and for training a staff. I'm assuming that you trained your staff. I don't know if that's true, but for preparing your staff in such a way that not only were they calm, professional, speedy, diligent in their tasks, but they were kind and they were nice. And Anthony, he's a gentleman that works, I think he works more at the Legoland section. He was actually going, I mean, listen, we're all just trying to stay safe. And at this point, I wouldn't consider these people feeling obligated to do their normal job. Like, now you have a different job, right? But you're also someone who's at risk. So I would assume that you would also be more worried about yourself. And they weren't. And like I said, this gentleman, Anthony, was sitting on the floor with the kids, playing with all the Legos and building all these really awesome things for them and playing games with them and trying to keep them engaged and entertained. And it was just super. I'm so grateful for the staff. They were just incredible. I'm also super grateful for the people that I was locked down with, because and by this I mean not the staff, meaning just the regular patrons that were there, the 10 of us that were there. It's just, again, this divinely orchestrated group that we all got along. Like, the parents were helping each other out, and just there was another couple there, and they were just super sweet. And I remember when we finally were released and the state police were guiding us to where we needed to go, we weren't allowed to take the elevator for whatever reason, so we all had to take the stair path. And like, the couple, they helped me with, because I had my baby strapped to my chest, and they helped me carry the stroller up all the stairs, and then went back down to help the other family. And it was just like this beautiful teamwork. Like, everything was calm. There was no one who was a part of my language. Like, no one was a pain in the ass. Everybody was just cool and chill, and the same objective of just keeping everybody calm.
I like the
You like my hair? Thanks, baby. I like your hair. Hi. So I'm trying to, like, move quicker with this. What else was there to be grateful for? Because there's just so much to be grateful for. And again, like, I understand that someone else could have sat in this situation and thought, oh, this sucks, I can't believe we're going through this. And just so much, even going beyond that, like, again, speaking to intuition and God's protection and guidance, the fact that, again, I live probably about 8 minutes from the American Dream Mall. We were going for a assumed 30-minute, 40-minute excursion, right? I had no intentions of bringing food. because I thought, she just had milk. She had her snack. By the time we get back, then she can eat. And if worst case scenario, I can always just stop in the mall and buy her something. And thank God, something inside me just kept buzzing. Pack some food just in case. And so I did. And thank God, because look, like, we were there 3.5 hours, well past her dinner time. I mean, the only thing I was missing was her evening bottle. And that, by the time we got home, I gave it to her. She went right to bed. But like, the fact that she had everything she needed, I thought ahead to bring everything she needed, that the other family had everything that they needed. And it even shared with us, which was super sweet. Like, it was just really, it felt divinely guided. And that's why I felt so inspired and so necessary to come on and talk about this, because even in a time of chaos and fear, you can see the positive. You can find the silver lining. You can find the joy. Because there's always a silver lining. There's always joy somehow, some way. You just have to look. And I actually had a really nice time spending time with this other family and this couple and these staff members. I mean, it was very nice. And, oh, thank you, baby. Thanks. That smells so good. Wow. Yeah. What else? Is there anything else that I wanted to point out? Well, obviously the biggest gratitude that I come up with, and thank you, Lord, for your favor now and always, the fact that we were safe, the fact that nothing happened to us, the fact that, yes, it was a longer trip than we expected. Yes, it was very unexpected in so many ways, but we made it out of there safely and with no real inconvenience other than just her being tired and me being hungry. Like, that was it. That's the only thing I would say. And they recognized it and said, okay, you know, like, we need to make sure that we're prepared. God forbid, in case this ever happens again. While they were prepared with toys and a good attitude, the American Dream did not have like snacks or foods or water or anything for an event like this. So again, like, yes, we had food and snacks for the kids, but I didn't pack anything for myself. And I left already knowing, okay, I'm hungry, but we're only going to be gone for 30-40 minutes. It's not a big deal. Like, by the time we come back, Mama, don't do that, please. Thank you. Don't tear my fake flowers apart.
No.
She's taking all the little balls off. But I know. Here, take some agua. Want to drink that? No? Okay, that's okay. Okay. So yeah, like, that was the only thing that was inconvenient. Just like, by the time we left, like, I had a headache. I was so hungry, and I mean, it was just the wrong day to not have anything to eat before we left, because I hadn't eaten that much earlier in the day either. But again, like, if that's my biggest problem, like, I'm pretty blessed. I'm pretty lucky, right? Because I was safe. My daughter was safe. We were content, comfortable. She was fed. You know, like, everybody was peaceful. And just seeing all the little blessings and all the different things, it's just a testament to the fact that, like, guys, like, every day, just be grateful for something. Every day, find something to be grateful for. Even like my brother and his girlfriend that were able to help me get the information. Like, I'm grateful for them. I'm grateful for just all of it. So I don't want to chat your ear off anymore. I said I would make this quick, and I apparently don't know how to tell quick, easy stories. But that's it. That's all I've got for you guys. Like, just remember that every day is opportunity to be a good day. It's all about the choice on how you choose to look at it and what your perspective is, because your perspective is so much more important than what you see, right? Because, like, how you see it is bigger than what you see, because that has the ability to make it a positive or a negative. All right. So next time you find yourself, which I hope you don't, but if you do, next time you find yourself in a difficult, trying situation, I hope that you're able to make that choice to twist it into a positive. All right? So in closing, I just wanted to take the opportunity to also make sure that I send prayers and my condolences to the family. I don't think that anyone passed away. I didn't look into the story today. I really don't know what happened. I don't know why this person was targeted. It's none of my business, but prayers for their healing, for a speedy recovery for their family, for whoever did this to them, that they heal internally, and that whatever the drama or issue was between these people, that they're able to work it out. Because we need peace, guys. We need peace. We don't need this violence. We don't need this drama. We don't need innocent people put at risk and put through these situations. Even if we are able to view them in a positive way, this needs to stop. And the only way that is if we keep these people in our prayers and really genuinely hope and wish for a better society. I don't really know what else to say. So again, like, prayers for speedy recovery, prayers for healed hearts and souls, and just prayers for a better future. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing Limitless day and have a great weekend. Bye, guys.